Toyota pickup truck lost control, hydroplaned, went over the barrier, hit me head on, boom. My car spun around a bunch of times. I didn't really know where I was. Had to go to the hospital. The dashboard crushed on my foot. I used to play in a weekly basketball game. That career or that hobby, whatever you want to call it, that was over. I get to the hospital. They say, you know what? You've got multiple injuries all over. Jaws of life had to take me out of my car. We may have to amputate. I'm like, look, whatever you got to do, just let's get rid of the pain. My shoulder was actually hurting me more than my foot, which was the more serious injury. Every extremity was damaged with the exception of my right arm. Fractured left shoulder, fractured left arm, broken left hip, tibia and fibula on the right side were broken, crushed foot, broken ribs. So I'm in the, I said, you know, do what you got to do, doc, whatever it is. I actually had the ambulance take me. For those of you that are familiar with New York City, I was close to a hospital called St. Francis, which is a great hospital if someone has vascular issues. But I wasn't that far from Jamaica Hospital, which is a true trauma center. So I told the ambulance, take me to Jamaica. They're like, traffic. I'm like, no traffic. At least I had the wherewithal to say that. I knew that we'd get there quick. I was blessed that the chief of orthopedic surgery, which specialized on feet, was there. Thankfully, so I went to surgery right away. Thankfully, no amputation. I was in the hospital for 45 days, Joe, recovering multiple surgeries just to heal myself. It was probably 2 days later that at first I was in shock and I was a little bit upset, but then my mind shifted in that I was just thankful to be alive. And all of a sudden I realized, as cliche as it sounds, and I know that you live this as well, every day truly is a gift. And that's what I started feeling. And then still to this day, that was 31 years ago, I live with that in mind. And I knew we had a great run for a long time in my retail, in my stores, in my retail career. But I knew I had a story that I had to share with people. I knew that I needed to have some kind of platform, because people get down on themselves over a lot of silliness in this world. And I knew that I had to be able, maybe I'll touch someone when they're down about whatever it might be, to let them know, don't take for granted that we're alive every day here, and that we're truly a seed that God planted, a seed of greatness and so is everyone else. Utilize your seed and share that with people. So that's I just try to uplift people every single day, or whenever I can with this story. Thankfully, I'm able to do that now because I was able to shift what I do. About 8 years ago, when I sold the last of my stores. A year prior to that, I found another business. I didn't even know I was looking for it. And I've been able to utilize that business in having opportunities to share my story, just to uplift people. So I really, now, not only am I grateful for every day, I'm actually grateful that I had that accident.